wanted to, and I can't believe I hadn't thought about this before. I hadn't thought about video blogging about this topic before, but, you know, I talk a lot about being on methadone because that's such a big part of my life, but there's another, you know, part of my life that's just extremely, extremely important, and that is, you know, that I'm a prison wife. You know, my partner is locked up, and he's been locked up now for 8 months, or, wait, seriously? Hold on, no way. Oh my God. 7 months. Okay, hold on. Yeah, 7 months. Locked up for 7 months. That's crazy. Sorry. Wow. And it's really tough, man. It sucks. It sucks so much. Especially because Wesley and I, we didn't get that much time together on the streets, or, you know, on the outside, and when the time that we did have, we spent it fucked up, you know, and that is my biggest regret. That's a big regret that Wesley has also, is that we, you know, we're fucked up a lot, well, pretty much all the time during the time that we did spend together. And I think that Wesley has bigger regrets about that than I do, just because a lot of the choices he made during that time, both involving me and not involving me, he just, yeah. But, you know, when this happened, I made the decision to, you know, I really thought about it a lot, and we, you know, like I said, we hadn't had that much time together, and we were not even in an official relationship when he got locked up. You know, we were just, I liked him. I loved Wesley 5 minutes after I met him. No, I remember first meeting him, and honestly, the story's fucked up, but I'll tell it. I had decided to go to my friend's house and smoke meth for the first time. Yes. And I wanted to smoke it with her because I knew she would make me feel comfortable. Her and her boyfriend. I was actually better friends with her boyfriend than with her, but I knew that she had done it a lot, so I felt comfortable. And it was actually a really snowy, icy day, and I was driving this fucking Ford Ranger, so, you know, the back end was really light. I would just slide all over the place. Well, she lives like about 15 minutes from me, kind of in the country, you know, a little bit in the country. So I drive out there, and I get to her road, and it's totally ice, and it's a huge fucking hill, and I couldn't get up it. So my truck got stuck. I tried to get up the hill, it rolled all the way backwards and gets stuck at the bottom of the hill. So I'm just like, fuck. So I called her boyfriend, and I'm like, hey, I'm stuck down here. And he was like, okay, well, me and B are gonna come get you. And I was like, okay, cool. So I started walking towards her house, and they walked away from her house, and they came and got me, and we walked up the hill and went to her house, and sat there and smoked meth all night. And we decided that, you know, we wanted to get some more, so they called their dude, and they were going to have their dude bring some out there to him. He agreed to bring some out there to him, to us. And, you know, I started thinking, I was like, well, damn, how the fuck am I even going to get home? It was like 4 in the morning at this point. Well, it took their dude forever, and eventually my my homeboy fell asleep, and me and his girlfriend were just up talking and, you know, just chilling. And I was like, man, how am I going to get home? And she was like, you know, you can always chill here. And I was like, well, and I was like, okay, that's cool, but I actually, like, I hate sleeping anywhere besides my own house. I have really bad anxiety problems, and the fact that I've been smoking crystal all night didn't help. So finally, I was like, what's y'all's dude's number? Because he was supposed to be coming out there. So they give me their dude's number, and I text him, and it was Wesley. And I was like, Wesley, this is Leslie. Is there any way you can give me a ride home when you come out here? And the reason why I was so trusting of him was because I knew his brother. And I knew it was, you know, I was like, oh, it's so-and-so's brother, you know, it's cool. And I totally was not expecting him to say that he would, but he said he would. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, well, I'm just going to walk down to the bottom of the hill. My truck's at the bottom of the hill. When you turn on her road, you'll see my truck, and I'm going to be down there by it. Like, are you coming? And he said he was at Walmart. And I was like, okay, well, start heading this way, and I'm going to go ahead and walk down the hill. And I got a text message back within, like, 7 minutes saying, hey, the roads are blocked off. I'm going the back ways, but I'm coming to get you. I was like, okay, cool. So I made it down the fucking hill the funniest way ever. Like, I sat on my coat and just slid down it. It was awesome. And I finally got to my truck. I got in my truck and started it up and you know, got warm. And he came and picked me up, and it was Wesley. You know, we spent the day together, and we were just, like, when he came and picked me up, it was like 5 in the morning, still dark outside. We were driving to wherever he was going, because I was like, what are you doing after this? And he was like, are you trying to, he was like, do you have to be home? No, he asked me first. He was like, do you have to be home? And I was like, no. You know, what are you doing? And he was like, you trying to chill? And I said, yeah. And because I liked him, I thought he was cute. I was like, oh, you know, he's cute. I wanted to spend time around him. And so, yeah, we hung out like all day, and I just knew very quickly that I just wanted him to be a part of my life and that I loved him. So, yeah, so we were on, but still, yeah, when he got locked up, we were just talking and sleeping together. And I made the decision. I thought about it for a very long time, but I made the decision that I was going to stand by him to the absolute, like, 1000th degree. Like, I'm going to stand beside him, and I'm going to support him and love him and do anything he needs me to do. You know, if he needs, you know, he needs money on his books. Like, he's never gonna have to worry. You know, there's always gonna be money on the phone, always money on his books. I'm always gonna go visit him. Like, I'm gonna take care of him. I made that decision, and that's what I've done. Honestly, I really do bust my ass for him, and I think that he deserves it, and I love doing it. You know, I absolutely adore him. And we will get through this. We will get through this. It's crazy, you know. Wesley and I have never had good times. Our time together has been stressful. You know, our time together has been stressful, but we've made the absolute best of it, and I'm so endlessly proud of him. He's done such an amazing job. His attitude is awesome. I can't explain enough how proud of him I am. This situation, he's dealt with it so well, and he has really used it to turn his attitude around, and he's just amazing, and I love him. I absolutely adore him, and he is everything to me, and I will support him and be there for him until he will no longer have me. And so, you know, the thought that he's getting out relatively soon is just, you know, I'm really happy, because for once we're both in a good spot in our lives. You know, he's sober. We're both in recovery, just different ways, you know. So thinking about being able to kiss him and hug him and love him and yes, fuck him, without being fucked up on drugs is so exciting. Like, I can't wait, and he can't wait. And you know, he's never had like a real relationship sober, so he's really excited about us, and I'm excited that he's excited, you know. But I'm gonna make it absolutely the best for him. I am going to make him so happy. I mean, I know I already have. You know, we were talking about it last night, and he was telling me how I've been, you know, like the best partner. And I was like, I know, dude. I was like, because I want to be, and I put conscious effort into being the absolute best partner I can be for him. And I've put a lot of work into myself in my attempt to be, you know, the best version of myself that I can be. Because if I'm the best version of myself, then I can be the best for him. You know, if I'm strong and in recovery and doing the things that I need to do, I can be of better service to him, and I can help him, you know, because I have a stronger constitution than he does when it comes to drugs and stuff like that. So he's going to need support, and I am going to be there every step of the way. I mean, of course, this is a battle that he's going to have to fight, but I will stand beside him. Absolutely. And he's the only person that's ever made me want to be better. And I know that there's this super cliche line that, you know, people say when they're in love, and it says, you know, she makes me want to be a better person, or he makes me want to be a better person. And it's so corny, but it's fucking true. And he's the only person that's ever made me want to be a better person. And it's a really good feeling. And I'm scared. I'm terrified for him getting out for multiple reasons. I am just as terrified as I am excited. You know, I'm terrified that he's going to relapse. You know, I'm terrified that if he does, it's going to tear me apart, and I won't know how to deal with it. You know, I'm trying to be as strong as I can be, but I have to know that if he makes that decision, it is not reflective of me. It does not make any statements about my validity as a human being and my validity as you know, as a supporter. If it happens, I can't beat myself up over it. You know, it's not my fault. But I'm terrified that he, you know, will relapse. And the thing is that if he does, if we have a setback, I'm going to still stand by him. And I'm going to try to pull him up and dust him off, you know. But, you know, if it gets to the point where he continuously makes the decision to use and I start to lose him, you know, it's going to... really have a, you know, big effect on me. But I do have hope and faith that that's not going to happen. I believe in him. I do believe in Him. And I'm an addict. So this is the thing, is a lot of people will hear me say these words and laugh. But I am an addict. So, you know, I have a pretty decent grasp of what I am dealing with here.